Yo, this your boy DJ Ric from Step Your Game Up, the Youth Project, man. I know it's been a while. Matter of fact, it's been about 3 weeks. The last time I've been on here with the El Coros. Welcome to the show. I got 2 special guests today, man. We're going to talk about that. We got a show on the 19th, May 19th. What's that, at the Waldorf School?
Yes.
That's going to be a heavy show, man. We got 2 different artists, and a band, and a different a band, right?
Did one band, right?
Yeah, cool. To my right, to y'all left, we're gonna let this young guy, this young huckabuck, announce his name and the band that he performs with.
Yeah, I'm Joseph Lindsay. You can call me Joe. Sing with the Element of Surprise. We've been together, well, I've been with them for about 6 years now, maybe 7 years now. They were established before then. I sing tenor with the group and try to do most of the arrangements and everything, music arrangements and stuff. And we all sit down and talk about it, but I try to put everything together and keep the group going, that way.
And to my left, to y'all right, we got this other young cat, man. And matter of fact, I heard he was a DJ.
DJ Zeke.
DJ Zeke, man, is in the building, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. So we're gonna have a scratch on. And welcome to the building.
Yes, sir. I'm Brazil Murphy, aka DJ Zeke.
Yes, sir.
I'm a former member of the group Element of Surprise, and I'm basically the original member of the group.
Wow.
And since I met Joe Lindsay, he became basically the director of the group.
Okay.
Took charge and really doing a good job.
He being nice.
And,
They said, here, take it.
Yeah, but we're really keeping it together, and I'm glad to be a part of this group, and we're having a wonderful time.
Okay. Yeah, I got a third member who's not here, is actually visiting his mother for Mother's Day. What's his name and what he say?
His name is Tim Gray, and he sings baritone up to, now we got him up to first tenor, second tenor. So he sings everything. He's a fill-in guy.
Okay.
So and we just enjoy each other, man, and have a great time.
Okay. Well, when I'm gonna start with you. How long you been singing?
Ooh, man.
Good.
I never forget, my mother tell me the story. When I was about 4 years old, she had me out, and I was supposed to be learning a part for school, and I was singing this song, and it was, so when the day of the show came, and everything happened, this little girl was singing a song, and my father was like, oh man, well, what's gonna happen? I don't know about that. And so I got up and I started singing, and he stood up, and my mother said he threw his chest out and said, "That's my son." So I say about 4 years old, okay. and my brother was teasing me today because he said, "Mama put a lot of money into that voice of yours."
Yeah.
So,
So what we talking about? How many years?
Whew.
We talking about over.
Okay.
We
we
don't want to tell him his real age, right?
Look.
He ain't trying to reveal that real age.
I don't have a problem with it. So I'll be 66 this year.
Wow, man.
And so
It's a long time.
Yeah, it has.
It's a long
It is.
time,
And I've met some great people along the
he's
way.
old.
Yeah.
Met some great people. Oh, I'm not old. I'm good.
Look at this young huckabuck over here
I'm
talking.
talking.
Trash.
Look,
He's talking big trash.
right behind me, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, as a matter of fact, we're going to find out how long So how long you been singing?
Okay. I started singing. I went to DC school, Eastern High School.
Okay.
And started singing really in junior high school.
Okay.
At Elliott.
Wow.
And then I progressed and went on to Eastern High School. I started singing a little more. We did those little concerts in the morning.
Yeah.
Open assemblies, what they call it. And I just progressed from there and got better and better. And here I am.
And y'all both DC natives.
I'm DC by way of High Point, North Carolina.
But it's
Okay.
Eastern High School.
But I went to Eastern.
DC
you
native,
know.
man.
DC native. Oh man. Yes.
Let me give you a little insight on me. My father's Leonard Johnson. They call him Wimpy Johnson. He was the lead singer for the El Coros.
Corals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just had them on my show 2 weeks ago. We just did their reunion,
Okay.
and they just got into the DC congressional for
Black Caucus.
yeah. And then they're working on a El Coros Day for him.
Nice.
Jimmy Smoot came. Sir Joe was there.
Sir Joe.
Sir Joe was
Sir,
there.
oh.
Man, let me tell you, man.
What? Both of them?
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all after the end of the show, we make sure we stay hooked up because I want to bring all y'all cats in here. What I want to do is talk about the legend of DC.
Yes.
You know, because
DC, yes.
because everybody keep talking about Chuck Brown, but it was before Chuck Brown.
Before Chuck
Way
Brown.
before Chuck Brown.
One of my mentors was Al Johnson.
Yeah.
Man, that's Mr. DC.
Yeah.
He had so many people that he mentored, but the thing about Al would not just mentor anyone.
Yeah.
Because he was the type that if he heard you sing, he'd say, okay. But if he liked you, he would, I met Al when I was 17.
Wow.
Al walked up to me, he said, I got to get to know you.
Yeah.
I want to know who you
I
are.
was
He came
22.
to a show.
22.
Yeah.
They talked about.
Because I used to play at this club called Mr. Kelly's. on
Yep.
Road, Southeast.
Yep.
And we would sit there all morning. Or we just passed some of that Hennessy. and I would play all morning. We leave out to play 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Man, Al was the bomb back then.
So y'all know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When people used to hear my father sing, they were like, whoa. And let me tell you this little short story. Like I told them, I had to be about five.
Mm-hmm.
We was living over Galveston Street, and there was a knock at the door. And I opened the door, and it was these 3 guys with trench coats on, with big bushes, and you know, back then they wore them stacks.
Yeah, stacks.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
And I'm looking at them, I'm looking at them because I was a little mean little joke. I was looking at them, they looking at me. I said, what you want? And they said, we need to speak to your dad or your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So my mother came to the door, man. It was James Brown representatives.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they wanted my father to sing. James Brown wanted my father to sing backup with him.
Nice.
You know, so these are some of the things that I remember as a kid, you know, coming up. Wilmer's Pop.
Oh, man.
One
Wilma,
of them went to Al Sharpton.
Huh?
Al Sharpton wasn't public relations for him.
Yeah. I mean, their band backed up everybody in Motown when they came to DC.
Exactly. Right.
You know, and they know it. So y'all the guys that we need to talk about and bring to forefront, because you all was DC.
yes.
Right.
And DC had one of the most, they talk about Motown, but DC had some bad mama jumpers here.
Man, anytime you get a figure like Eddie Levert, and he takes his sons and says, I'm shipping y'all to DC so that you can learn music. Levert came out of where? DC.
Ain't that
Hey.
crazy?
Isn't it though?
It's crazy. And people don't know this.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you talk about Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
I mean, it's crazy, man. So that's a short history, man.
Talking
you
about
know,
Peaches and Herb.
Yeah, Peaches and Herb. I mean, this is a short history. Y'all look at me and say, well, how that dude know all that? Yeah,
William DeVaughn,
Yeah.
too, a lot of upcoming
Yeah.
entertainers.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
DC is full of talent.
Yes, I mean, we're full of talent, man. But as I say, sometimes we just don't know. They don't know how to go about it, man.
Right.
To get out of DC.
Right.
You know, they want to be stuck right here. It's so much out there in the world.
It is.
You know?
It is.
You know, but it's also, you're looking for help, man, when the people on top have made it. A lot of them don't give you that push that you need. To help, you know.
Because remember, Motown did it.
Right.
If one make it,
Right.
they're gonna make sure pull the other ones
Everybody
up.
else,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you had where everybody in that crowd, they pulled each other out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But DC pulling back in. You know, I hate to say it, you know, but that's true. So when was one of y'all first? He's original. When was one of your first events, big events? After y'all got the group together, what was one of your biggest events that you actually sung at?
I think our big event was at Wilmer's Park. Remember
Wow.
Wilmer's Park? With Joe Tex. He was bumping with the
Big fat woman. I don't want to bump no more with that big fat woman, man.
So
Yes,
that was really one of the biggest, highlights in my life. With just being on that show with Joe Tex.
Yeah.
And it was real great.
Wow. And you said you've been with the band, what, 15, 12 years or somewhere?
No, about 7 years.
7? What was one of your biggest events since you've been with the group?
I kind of have two. One was when we opened up for, what was that? The band that Junior Walker's All Stars.
Yeah.
Wow.
We opened up for Junior Walker's All Stars down at Lamont.
Hey, Ray Goodman Brown.
And Ray Goodman and Brown, Skip Mahoney, which I want to talk about Skip a little bit later.
Okay.
But that was really nice because afterwards, when we came off stage, the road manager came up to. He said, "Man," he said, "who put the music together?" And we said, "Well, we all worked on it." But he said, "No, the harmonies, the everything." He said, "Who's doing all of that?" And I said, "Well, we all doing it." He said, No, that's one person." So I said, "Okay, I'm doing it." And so he said, "Man," he said, "first of all, can you teach my guys? And second of all, if I had enough money, could y'all do the rest of the tour with us?" And we were like, "No, we got to work, man."
No, also that band that we did show at American Legion. He said, "Man, y'all harmony. I wish y'all could teach our group that."
Oh yeah,
what was the
but
name of the
that
group?
was the next one. That was the next because what you're talking about at the American Legion, that same night that we did that show, Lamont had Heat Wave, had quite a few bands,
Exactly.
and everybody was
Across the
riding
street from
down.
us.
You passed American Legion before you got
Get to Lamont.
to Lamont.
Yeah.
They saw Element of Surprise, and they went right on into it.
Wow.
Because number one, we sing Always and Forever.
Yeah, we sung that song.
And they said, "We rather hear y'all sing
Wow.
it." And so I called one of the guys from
Heatwave.
from Heatwave. I said,
Yeah,
"Hey
you
man,
know
how
about
was
the
y'all
guys.
crowd?" He said, "Man, we had a small crowd." I said, "Because we stole them from y'all."
Because
They stopped going.
we had
American
right
Legion's
across
on your right.
Right.
Lamont's on the left.
Exactly.
Yep.
So to me, that was huge.
Huge
That,
for you.
I mean, Heatwave. Okay, we're pulling, and it was like the lineup was nice,
Okay.
but we pulled the crowd.
Wow.
It was one of the biggest crowds that they had out in American Legion for a minute.
Wow.
So I really feel good.
That's a good look. Coming up, what era did you come up in with the band when y'all first started? What era? What year?
When I first started
Yeah,
with
when
A Band,
yeah, no, with
the Element of
Yes.
Surprise.
when
God,
what year was that? Was it
When
like
did I meet you?
See, this is
He auditioned for the
18,
group.
so 17, so it's about 2011, 2010. No,
It had to be
no,
for-
it was
had to
like
be, 2009.
yeah, somewhere
that
around
time.
but y'all you had Element of Surprise before that though, right?
yeah,
No,
before
right.
I came in.
Right.
Yeah. So when did the original cast start? When did y'all form the group?
Around 2008.
Yeah, because it was like a couple of years. Y'all been together a couple of years before I got there.
Right.
Okay.
So
And did y'all play at a lot of places? You know,
We did a lot of Southern Maryland stuff.
that's what
yeah,
I figured
yeah.
that. Okay.
Southern Soul.
All
Yeah,
down
'cause-
there. We did Solomon's Island. We did all around beautiful downtown
Yeah.
Pamunkey, Maryland.
Monkey, yeah, because they love all that
Right.
Southern soul down there,
Right,
man.
right.
They on that hard,
You
man.
know, we do a lot of Motown too. They like
Yeah,
all that.
a
We
mixture
do-
of it, yeah.
We do Temptations, Spinners. We do a lot.
Okay.
We do a lot of-
70s stuff.
Right.
Anything
Okay.
from 70s up.
Okay, cool.
We even mess with Uptown Funk Boy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah, we
We-
do Bruno Mars.
man,
Yeah.
Shameless plug. We combined Uptown Funk and Can't Get Next to You by the Temptations.
Wow.
We combined that,
Right
and
into the Temptations.
one Tim's cousin graduated. I mean, not graduated, but he retired, and they had a party. So we did that. We did start off with Uptown Funk. We had the youngins up dancing.
Wow.
The older folks were sitting back. Then we have a little routine that we go into. Can't Get Next to You. At that point, we went into Can't Get Next to You. The youngins stayed on the floor. The older folks got up on the floor, and the floor was jam packed.
It's like it's not a generation gap, but it was like a gap between the youngins. And then once we went out of that Bruno Mars thing, the older people jumped up to the Temptation thing.
Well, you know the funny thing is right now. I think a lot of the younger people, and I ain't saying the young, but I'm saying like maybe 30 or 40s.
Right.
They actually love our music.
They do.
They love our music from the Temptations on up. And you know, I'm a well-known DJ in the DMV. I do a lot of events, and you know, I can go from the Tiny Bobbers on up to now, and go back. I got music back to the 50s, so doo-wop and all that. So I know how to bring it there. And my thing is you can bridge that gap because if you keep that up tempo, you know, on the floor, they gonna come on that floor. And they'll stay on that floor and party with the older people.
And you know, a lot of kids grew up listening to their parents' music.
Exactly.
And they felt that music and they remember.
Right.
Oh man, my dad, my mom used to play that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. You know, they really, you know, they know.
And that's something that we get a lot too, which makes all of us feel good. You know, when you have the youngsters come up and say, man, y'all took me back to my living room, back to my bedroom. I heard my parents playing this music, and y'all sounded like the record, man.
Exactly.
That's wow. You know.
And guess what? They love that love music. That
bedroom.
Bedroom music.
That's how some of y'all got here. Just letting y'all know how some of y'all got here. That's how I got here.
Yeah, see.
You know.
Exactly.
We gonna take a short break. And when we come back, I want to hear one of your songs. We're gonna play one of your songs. Also, we're gonna mic up Miss Dolores today. She always trying to get out of stuff, but she just don't know. See, I put her on the spot because it's my show. I can do what I want.
There you go.
So she gonna be on the show, so we can talk with her too, because we got a lot of things going on in the DC area, and we trying to make sure that we take care of Waldorf, man, because there's some nice things going on in Waldorf.
Yes.
And she putting this together, man, and this, all I can say is like, woo.
Oh, man.
So we'll get right back with you, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Yes, sir.
DJ Ric Entertainment, the hottest DJ in the DMV area. CEO of Step Your Game Up in the Youth Project Show. The DJ on the Heartbeat Congo Hour. And sound engineer for a variety of bands. DJ Ric Entertainment is your #1 company for all your stage and sound event needs. Call 202-749-7903. That's 202-749-7903. DJ Ric Entertainment.
What up, DC? If you're looking for the latest in DMV culture, music, and celebrity news, make sure you tune in to me, your girl, MC Fran, from 8 to 9 p.m. on VoxWave.com. The Fantastic Live Show.
You ready? Hey, this is Darryl Harrison, the first of Darryl Harrison, the second show. Watch me on VoxWave Radio every Friday from 3 o'clock to 4:30. Join in, tune in, learn something.
boy DJ Ric from Step Your Game Up, the Youth Project, man. I tell a lot of people, man, with these groups that came before the Chuck Brown days, that we had a lot of great talent back then.
Yes, sir.
You all wouldn't believe how many people came out of DC and was famous. A lot of y'all don't even know, and it's like, you know, DC is stuck on go-go, but you need to do your history, your real history on the music from DC. It's just not go-go. Got to learn your history, who created that sound back then. You know, it wasn't a Motown sound. It was a funk, rhythm and blues sound back then in DC.
Exactly.
So if you don't know, you need to do your homework with that, man. We're back with was it Element Surprise. And they was one of the groups back there, you know, and they came a little later, but they grew up on that same music.
Exactly.
You know, and it's funny, I threw out some names there. Yeah, that's the El Carlos. I'm like, whoa, you know, I'm like, wow, you know, and that tells you a lot about DC.
Absolutely.
You know, before we get back into it, we got a young lady that's in the building. She's doing a lot of entertainment in Waldorf. She's actually the promoter, and this is her business. I want you to introduce yourself to worldwide.
Hi, my name is Dolores Gibbs, and I am a resident of Waldorf, and I've been there 22 years.
Wow.
And the reason I wanted to bring music to Waldorf is because, as we all know, it's changing. And there's a lot of African Americans there who are running back and forth to the city. And I wanted to bring some of that and keep it right in Waldorf. There's a lot of money that is to be made there as far as in a quality way. Anybody can pop up a club, a bar, but I wanted to bring a taste of Blues Alley and the Kennedy Center to Waldorf.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it differently with class, and I wanted to do it for our age group, our generation, people who are not focusing on food and alcohol, they're focusing on quality music.
Exactly. Waldorf do have a lot of competition out there. They got a little bit of competition. You got like a new spot like the Shark Bar. You still got the Cigarette Lounge, but these are all places where Go-Go actually resides at. Crofton actually doing a lot of our music down there, you know, which is another spot. But Waldorf is a perfect place. And let me just say this. Let me put this in perspective. I don't care where you go in the United States of America. Every place you go, there is a police.
Yeah.
And y'all always talk about Waldorf this. Matter of fact, I got pulled over the other night because my tag light was out. But that's their job.
Exactly.
That's their job. So stop saying the police in Waldorf. No, it ain't just the police in Waldorf. It's police everywhere.
Exactly.
They gonna pull you over. So if you illegal, driving illegal, then you should get pulled. I ain't gonna say should get pulled over, but you know, and then you intoxicated at that, or you doing something you ain't supposed to. Then you should God gonna make sure. We gotta stop this, because if you ain't doing it right, you gonna mess around and hurt somebody, man. So do it the right way. When I got pulled over, I was like, okay, gave my license registration, I went on my merry way, you know. So it didn't bother me, you know. So I'm just saying, Waldorf right now is a great place for entertainment. If you do it right, they're gonna come out, and they're coming out. You know, you had your first event. When was your first event?
Well, actually, I've been doing the shows. This is my third season, so I'm in my third year.
Wow.
But it was because I didn't grow up in the industry of music. You know, you got to remember, I retired from a federal law enforcement agency. I was more of a spectator than a participant.
Okay.
And because of that, I knew I had to build slow, and I had to gain the trust of the community, in which I'm doing. I also wanted to build relationships. So not only do I focus on bringing quality music, I try to collaborate with the local businesses.
Exactly.
Whether it's someone who sells jewelry or does some type of art form, I'm trying to engage the entire community. It's more than just music. It's called getting together and just having a good time. We don't have alcohol at our shows, and I actually like it. At first I thought, oh, Dr. Nick even said, I don't know how that's going to go. But I think because my events are more during the day, people embrace it and they like the idea because you don't want to be driving drunk. You know, just like you said, if you're doing wrong things, things are going to happen. But we have so much fun in the room. When people get there, they're really shocked when they see what we do to prepare and make it a nice atmosphere. That they totally forget that we're not having alcohol.
Yeah, you don't really need alcohol in the building.
No,
I mean,
not to have a good time.
Not to have a good time. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let them know about the show on the 19th.
Well, I'm really excited because I do manage Element of Surprise.
Yes, we're excited. Also.
Oh, you do manage it?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all. Hold up, y'all.
Didn't know?
Oh, she done snuck one on him. You know what I'm saying? No wonder they. I knew it was a catch here because she wouldn't even be here if she wasn't the manager. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. Me and her gonna talk after the show.
Yeah, no, we're family.
Wow.
And I feel honored. I'm going to give you how that went down is Dr. Nick said that they were looking for a manager, and he recommended that we collaborate. And I'm being very honest when I say I feel like I'm with brothers. And I think even in the industry, as you said, people try to act like crabs in a basket, but we really fellowship. They care about me, I care about them, and we care about music and how it's presented.
And that's how
So it's a good relationship, and my goal is to get people to come out and hear them. So on next Sunday, May the 19th, we're going to have Element of Surprise, and we're also going to feature the lovely Shalita Settles.
Wow.
And so it's going to be an awesome show.
It's going to be a blast.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is her name again?
Shalita Settles.
Shalita?
Yes, Settles.
Shalita Settles and Element of Surprise. Also, sound by DJ Ric, DJ Ric Entertainment. Yeah.
Yes.
So we gonna get it in, man. And let me ask you, what kind of hurdles you had to go through to get where you at right now?
Well, basically, I really didn't strive through it. It was just like through my going to school, my schooling. I was doing what I was going, you know, all through my schooling, and I just progressed from there.
Okay.
You know.
How about you?
Oh man, you're talking highs and lows.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's trials and tribulations now.
Being with several groups, one of the things I found in the DC area, jealousy has a big factor.
Yes,
and I hate to bring it up, but I'm just being honest.
You know that about DJ.
But you know, working through those things, some people that you really love and believe in, and then you hear, you don't want to pay attention, you don't want to believe, but it comes out, and then after a while you see it. So that kind of throw a wrench in things. You say, I don't want to be bothered with this anymore. And so what, I had just given up on music. I really have. And then my youngest daughter wanted to get in. I took her to Al. Al told her, he said, well, the best thing that you can do is hold on to your father's shirt tail. And he said, Dad, he said, the best thing you could do is get back out there. Yeah. He said that when you do, you know, if people are going to snatch you up, they're already trying to figure out where you are. So it's like, okay, that's fine. And I did. And everything just sort of fell in place. And it's like, now it's not about my time anymore. It's about God's time. Yeah. You know, he has this path, and so my thing is to stay on that path. You know, and to walk that path, and that's it for me now. But like I said, the biggest hurdles was just the people that you love the most let you down.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. One of the biggest things that I see right now, and I think we're gonna lose it if we don't teach our kids.
Yes.
I hate to say it. I don't knock the new rap, but Ron, matter of fact, Ron, we're gonna make a rap song next week. And I already got the name of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boobidi Bibbidi. That's the name of my new rap song.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boobidi.
Because and I don't knock it, y'all making millions, but the music don't have no feeling to me.
Right.
I guess because that I ain't in that generation.
Okay.
But
okay.
music supposed to be a feeling.
Exactly.
A feeling.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
yeah, I can go on and on, you know.
I feel you,
I
man.
can go on and on, you know, and it kind of bothers me because we got some young people that can sing, that can rap, that can play instruments, but we're losing that generation.
Yeah.
We losing it because
But you know what I like about Steve Harvey's show? Steve Harvey goes on Facebook and see all this talent.
Yes.
And he brings them on his
brings them
show.
on the show.
Yes.
Yeah. All you got to have so many likes, and he will bring you. You know, and Steve Harvey is doing it, man. He's doing it
And
for the
this-
youngins, for the youngins and the old people.
And the crazy thing is, I try to get people on this show. It ain't the biggest show in the world, but guess what? This show goes straight to YouTube, and it goes all over the world.
Right. Right.
Yep.
It's a platform,
Yes.
Yep.
and it's free, free. So I just don't get it sometimes. You want to take the easy road, but you got a platform right here. You got a couple of other platforms that's out there that go straight to YouTube. You know, one of the things I felt about harmonizing, man, you got to be on point.
Oh yeah.
You got to be on
Because
point.
if it ain't on point, it ain't right.
That's right.
We know.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you. I'll tell you what. Deftone. What do you think about deftone? When you're a singer, and you some singers think they're
Tone deaf.
Tone deaf. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tone deaf. Hey, but you can't tell them nothing.
Right. Exactly.
That's not a good equation
You
for
sound like a
music.
singer, man.
That's not a good equation for a singer, for an instrumentalist. It's not a good equation, period. Because number one, you have to at least hear where you need to be.
Yeah.
Group-wise, harmony-wise, you need to know that, okay, the tenor is here, I need to be as a second here, I need to be as a baritone under the second.
It's a
and,
1, 2,
and,
3
and you have to fill that gap in, because when it's not right, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it.
It's out there. You can hear it.
But when it's right, people
it's
love
right.
it. People love
that's
it.
right.
And so that, again, some of the stuff that we do for 3 people, doing Temptations, they said, man, can y'all do this song and that song?
And
But
there's 5 Temptations.
I know it's 5, but man, y'all sound like all 5 of them.
Wow.
So that's an honor.
Yeah.
That's an honor to us to be able to, as you say, feel the music, number one.
Exactly.
You know, because that's what you have to do with great singing, with good singing. You have to feel, you have to interpret the music for what it is, what the artist wrote it for.
Exactly.
You know, and then once you do that, then put yourself into that song. And once you do that, everybody will love the song and you.
And sometimes you can make it your own.
Exactly.
You can take another artist, man, and just really make the song your own song.
Right.
You know, it's the feel.
Yeah.
It's like you say, like you would say, you got to have that feeling for the music. What you say that rap really don't have that. You know,
That
it's no.
feeling. It don't.
Even with the old music, you can feel it, man, right here.
man.
You don't have to have that thump to it,
man.
but you can feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna ask you, when you're on stage, back in the day, y'all didn't have monitors.
No.
Y'all didn't have monitors.
No.
And today,
Not back in my school days.
no, when
Well,
y'all
back in school days.
Yeah.
no,
Well, back in the day.
back in the day,
Yeah.
y'all didn't have monitors.
Well, and see, the only reason why I say this
I've been out of
because
school over 40 years, so
I was in a band in a group. We was Creations of Love, and when we got together, we decided to go the whole route. The manager, and from the manager, we did a few shows. Then like an artist from another group who had a recording out came to us and said, "I want to be your road manager." So he set everything up. Back in the day, I think we were like one of the first groups that had monitors.
Yeah.
You know, and we had monitors up front, and again, the sound man, as you talked about earlier, who has to be on point, had those monitors pristine. I mean, they were crystal clear. You can hear everything.
But the thing is, let's take away the monitors. Y'all didn't have monitors back at a certain point.
Right.
Coming up.
I agree.
And reason why I say this, because today, entertainers, they rely on them monitors. Y'all didn't rely on no monitors.
Street corner harmony, baby. When you start talking about no monitors, street corner harmony.
This is what I'm talking about. You know, we talking about pure talent.
Yes.
Diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Talent.
Yes.
And when y'all got on the stage, y'all
didn't need monitors.
Y'all didn't need monitors because y'all got that, like I said, feeling.
That feel, that practice was in. Everybody was loving it, bonding.
Yeah.
Boom. That was the product.
And today, y'all wouldn't believe the stuff that I go through with sound because, like I said, if the rhythm section is here and the voices is here, it's no need. You might as well say, just everybody go home. You know, and this is one of the reasons why I come onto the stage and tell it. I don't care how long you've been playing.
Right.
I tell y'all, calm down.
Right.
I want my voices here.
Right.
So that's.
But then again, if you've been playing a while, really you should know that not to overpower the sound system.
But this is the thing. You got bass players and drummers. Them the two ones that love to hear each other. And they gotta hear that.
Yeah, because the bass player is basically playing the bass drum beat.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's on that drummer not to play too hard. That drummer don't play too hard. That bass player won't do it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I get it. I get it. You know, and with y'all, I just want y'all, you know, what y'all bringing to the table, I want it to be right. You know, when y'all step up there, I want it to be right. And at the end of the night, you're going to say, that's what I'm talking about, young buck. And then I can walk out there with my chest holding up and walk out there and be, you know. So that's where we at. You know, right. My thing is I just want it to be right. You know? I want it to be when y'all leave there and them people say, man, did you hear them? I can walk on out.
And you know what? You know? Right, exactly. What you do affects us.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You can make us sound good. You can make us sound bad.
Exactly. One. That's what happened with our last show. We used Rick for our last show, and we could tell a significant difference. Nice. And it was amazing. We got a lot of good feedback about that show.
That acoustics in there is good, but it's terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
You got a lot of
you got a lot of. I don't have to put no effects on nothing because it affects itself. Yeah. The problem is it's bouncy. You know, exactly. So it just keeps it down. And that, like I told the band, I told the last band, I went right on the stage, y'all keep it down. When they start playing, I say, come down. I'll tell them all, come down. Because when it's like that, you don't want that bounciness too loud, makes it where y'all gonna hear the second voice.
Exactly.
Y'all ain't gonna hear that first voice. So it gotta be right for y'all.
Right.
And one thing about me, I want that stage to be full, because if the stage is full, it's gonna be full out there.
There you go.
Because I understand, so, you know, when sound go out, it depends on the place. It hit the wall and come back to you.
That's the second sound.
Right.
And just like DJing, how we get them, how we get them gems,
yes, sir.
And it hits, and we trying to mix something, and you mixing on the second beat, and you all off. You like, oh God, that mix was terrible. You know, but I want, you know,
because you're getting that backbeat, you get that beat back, and
man.
It mess your timing up.
Yeah.
What you're talking about kind of remind me. We did a show at Cardozo. They was having an awards assembly for the teachers and stuff, and so afterwards we started singing. One of the guys like walked towards the stage, and like you said, that back sound. he heard that second sound, and he started looking around. He said, man, it's a tight group in here. What? And he said, oh, that's us. but yeah,
crazy,
what you're saying is absolutely true.
Dolores, Miss, what's her name? Miss Celine?
Shalita.
Miss Shalita. She's out of where?
DC area.
Wrong. She's out of DC, but she resides in Philly or something.
No, she's local.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she's local.
Okay.
And she's got a great background in music. I mean, she's more than just a singer. She's an entertainer.
Yeah.
She involves the audience, and she's got a powerful voice.
She's traveled worldwide.
Yes.
And she got a gimmick with her show. Like
people
we was on a show with her, and she come out with she couldn't decide what hat to wear. She had 10 hats on her head. She had 10 hats on her head. She said, I couldn't decide which hat to wear, so I just wore them all. She got little gimmicks with her every time she come out.
But that's good.
She got something going on.
Yeah,
had the guys marching around with signs about what were those signs they. She got a lot of people. She involved people in her show.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Beautiful.
And they enjoy doing it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Singing and performing. What's the difference? I mean, because it's the Temptations had a step game that was vicious.
Yeah. We took one of the steps. That's it.
I knew I was gonna bring it out. I knew I was gonna bring it out. I threw it out there one way, but I had to, he fell right into it.
Any group that's out here now, that's group wise, 3, 4, 5 people. They doing the Temptation step in their act. I don't care who they are.
Exactly.
They're doing the Temptation step in there somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. So y'all got a step game too, huh?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
See what I'm talking about? I told y'all I'm bringing it out.
Yeah, see, the thing is you can be a great singer, okay? Even in the group, you can have great singers in the group. But if you don't have that extra that people are looking for, those steps, those moves, if you don't have that entertainment that where you bring the audience to you, and you go out to the audience and say, hey, let's mingle. And they appreciate that because they feel like they're part of the show.
Exactly.
So that's the performer. That's the entertainer
Exactly.
who goes out and not just stand there and sing his tail off, but who sings his tail off and gets you involved in it. And man, that makes a lot of difference, all the difference in the world.
And also, Shalita she's just that type of person. Also,
oh yeah,
she get the audience involved.
Very engaging.
Yeah,
exactly.
Very engaging.
And that's what we want, man. Man, I appreciate y'all coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
It's been awesome.
Pleasure
Thank you for having me.
And y'all partner, I know you down there with your moms, and happy Mother's Day to your moms, man.
Tim.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day. We gonna get it in on the 19th.
I want to give a shout out to all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day.
Cool.
Yeah. So what I wanted to allude to that right fast is Louis Short. We talked about Skip Mahoney and the Casuals.
Yeah.
Well, Skip is not well right now.
Yeah.
And we're soliciting all prayers, that and just to let him know, if you know him, if you see him, or if you're Facebook buddies with him, hit him up and let him know that you're praying for him, that you're thinking about him. Love Skip, man, and he's my man.
Although we made him work hard that last show.
I know.
We made them sweat.
Yeah.
People say we never seen them sing that good.
So they never performed like that. Once we got up and did that first set, and they come back. Well, they say they worked the tail off.
You got
and
to.
I'm going to put it out there again, too. Ray Goodman and Brown the same way.
This is at the remix.
Man, their manager, I had talked to him and said, look, get them. Man, you made us change our whole format. He said, you noticed, because I noticed that when they do the tracks, now they have an extra voice. I'm like, we didn't have extra voices. There's 3 of us, there's 3 of y'all. Why do y'all need extra voices?
Exactly.
But that's what we bring. That's what we bring. And that's that love of music.
Yeah.
that we bring to the table, and people can sit back and recognize it and feel that same love.
Exactly.
Man.
Yes.
You know?
Hey, Ron, do we got a track of them? No track? Okay.
Why don't you just drop something?
You know what? Put them on the spot. They ain't got that third one, but they don't need it. Yeah, y'all can drop something right now. Give me something. Get the audience something. They waiting.
What do you
La
think?
la. La la.
Okay. Many guys have come to you with a life that wasn't true, and you passed them by.
Pass them by.
Now you're in the center ring, and their lines don't mean a thing. Why don't you let them try?
Let me try. Now I don't wear a diamond ring. I don't even know a song to sing. All I know is la 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 means I love you. La 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 means I love you.
That was 3 of us, y'all. All right. Y'all didn't hear that silence, they did y'all. Yeah. That's going to be hot, boy. It's going to be hot. I'm telling y'all, man. Man, I want to thank y'all, man.
Hey,
thank you for coming on the show,
Hey,
man.
thank you for having
Thank
me.
you for coming on the
having
show.
me.
Dolores, thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. We all will be together May 19th at the Waldorf
School.
School.
And they can go to SS Music, MUZIC, SSMUZIC.com, and it tells you everything about the show. Showtime is 5 o'clock. Doors open 4:30.
And how much is it?
The tickets are on sale at this time. So if they go to the website, they're going to save some money.
Wow. So y'all go to the website, save some money, man, and come on out, man. Get your grown folks.
Yes.
Grown folks. One more time. Grown folks. You know, get your grown folk thing on. You know what I'm saying?
And get that website in there again. What is
One more time.
www.ssmuzic.com. Music with a Z.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Man, this your boy DJ Ric from Step Your Game Up, man. I want to thank them once again for coming on. I'll see y'all next week, I think, man. I'm sorry I'm not here all the time because I'm so busy doing sound and DJing right now. But we will have our young ladies back here on the show, man. We got my youngins. They'll be back. But stay tuned till the next show. I'm out of here. Yes, sir.
Peace.